What is up, and welcome back, everybody, to the
Oh,
Thursday night throwdown.
it is time, and I'm excited. This is gonna be a good one. We
I,
are ready.
I totally won this staring contest at the beginning of the show. By the
Yeah,
way,
no,
for the
that was
record.
interesting. I'm ready. You're ready. Apparently, the technology was not ready, but I think it's ready now.
Queenie's going a little slow today, but it's okay. It's okay. We're
She's
working with her.
she's the queen. She can do that. We're all right.
Anyway, you guys know the drill by now. Me and Chris, we are going to bring it all night long. We're going to come in, we're going to throw down on 5 sports topics, and the last one standing gets to say his piece.
And it's gonna be a good one. I'm excited. We got Jordan Thomas, the man with all the accolades, over in that seat over there. I am Chris Fox, host of that Evan Sports show, co-creator of the Trenches. Man, I think we're just like really ready to go. I mean, we were kind of talking a little bit before leading up to the show. We're excited about what's coming. And if the Queen's ready, I'm ready. If you're ready, let's get this thing going.
Let's throw it down.
All right. Before we get started, everybody, look, please, if you've caught the episode before, you know what you're in for. If you haven't hit the like and subscribe, now's the time to do it, because you don't want to miss a single episode of this or frankly any other show that we got going on the Fantasy Sports Corporation right now. Get subscribed to this network, get the notifications turned on so you can catch everything that's going down. It's hot, it's fire. You don't want to miss it. We appreciate all your support, but we don't want you to miss out on anything. Thanks for joining us. Hit the like and subscribe. You won't regret it.
Also, do us both a favor and go online today and sign up with our partners, Underdog Fantasy. Throw down the code THROWDOWN, and we're going to throw down $100 to match your deposit.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get this party started.
Let's go. And I believe Her Majesty's ready to go.
Your queen has arrived. Acknowledge me.
Ba-ba-da-ba. There it is.
We've been messing with that all night. I love it. All right, Queenie.
Tea and crumpets make a fine combination. You two idiots are a disastrous one. Which category does the LIV PGA merger fall into?
Oh, okay. All right. We can talk this.
All right, we're going to talk some golf. It's a first on our show. Definitely not a first on our network. If you guys want some really good golf takes, we've got some hella good golf content. There's a reason I'm not on those shows, though. But I'm going to give it my best. I personally think this is terrible for golf, right? So what I've researched on this is LIV was just in a nasty little lawsuit with the PGA. And why, you ask? Because there was a monopoly on the sport. So what do? They tuck their tail between their legs, and then they go and merge with PGA to make an even larger monopoly on the sport. Honestly, financially speaking, it's probably what's best for the game. But I mean, I don't jive with selling out to the Saudis. I don't know what else to say.
Hey, look, I know Her Majesty is really into this deal. I know that she's probably got a little skin in the game here. So for that reason, I think this is amazing news for golf and Her Majesty and all the rich people involved. We're going to get new games. We're going to get new faces. We're going to get new formats. We're going to get new sponsors. And thank goodness Saudi Arabia gets to be the exclusive investor in this agency. I mean, nobody else can get in on this because Saudi's got it on lock. They can start deflecting from all their human rights violations, and we can start forgetting all about that. Old traditions transformed before our eyes for our own entertainment and other people's pockets. More money for players, more money for the PGA, more money for LIV, and thank goodness the PGA will now be able to retain their tax-exempt status. All these hundreds of million dollars tax-free, except literally none of us are in that group. None of us can say we know anybody in that group. Where do we benefit? Where do the fans benefit? Where do the people that keep golf alive benefit in any of this? I mean, are we going to get like some crazy Pro Bowl versions of golf and stuff now? Boy, I hope so. International untouchable dollars, fans and sponsors get to foot the bill because the monopoly lives on. It's going to cost us more. It's going to cost the networks more, which means it's going to cost us more. Hey, congratulations, Liv, PGA, Your Majesty. Congratulations to everyone with money involved. You guys made out. How we scoring this one?
Point, Chris.
I mean, that was pretty much a freebie, man. If ever there was a layup to start a show, it's that one, man. I starting to feel like some of these questions are a little bit rigged.
I kind of took a little note from your page, and I figured out how to work this game a little bit now with Her Majesty weighing in on the questions. Your Majesty,
you just got to twiddle her diddly a little
congratulations.
bit. She falls right in line.
And with that, Your Majesty, I know I am ready for question 2.
Josh Allen will do a lot of things you losers won't. Such as, have money, have friends and be successful. Now you can add gracing the cover of Madden to that list. Can Allen escape the infamous Madden curse? Or is he doomed to be mediocre at best this year? Like the both of you.
That's not nice. That hurts here and here. It's also kind of true, I guess, at least from this end. But look, it depends on what you define as the curse, right? So what is a successful season? I mean, obviously you want to avoid injury, and plenty of players have gotten injured. But look, Mahomes went to the Super Bowl after the cover. Brady went to the Super Bowl. Sherman went to the Super Bowl. Adrian Peterson had a career year. I mean, there are success stories here. I mean, yeah, Brady lost that Super Bowl, and so did Sherman, and guys like AP, AB, Gurley, their careers like basically nosedive after being on the cover. And there was all those injuries to talk about. And let's face it, Allen's climbing an uphill battle this year. Allen's going to face Burrow. He's going to face Hurts. He's going to face Trevor Lawrence. He's going to face Mahomes. He's going to face Aaron Rodgers twice. Oh, and lest we forget, he has to play America's team twice this year.
America's team.
Allen and company have had a nice streak as the division champs, but they do not have a nice schedule this year. Nothing is going to come easy for these guys. Really, the good news is anything less than a Super Bowl win, and they've already got an excuse. Since that probably isn't going to happen with this type of schedule, and we haven't really seen them do enough to move ahead in the playoffs yet against these teams like Kansas City and Cincinnati, et cetera, et cetera. At the end of the season, when Buffalo doesn't win the Super Bowl, I guess the curse continues.
Okay, I get that take, but listen. Nobody really expects the Buffalo Bills to win the Super Bowl, right? I mean, look, they're a nice team. Josh Allen's a nice quarterback, right? But we're in a league with Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow, who, in my opinion, are clearly above this guy. We've already seen Patrick Mahomes beat this curse. We've seen Thomas Edward Patrick Brady break this curse. We've seen Drew Brees break this curse. The great quarterbacks usually break this curse. In fact, the last time, other than, look, Lamar, he's had some injury problems. That stuff happens. We'll chalk that one up to a fluke. The last one before that, you have to go all the way back to Brett Favre in 2009 to where a cover athlete that was a quarterback just sucked it up, right? Look, as long as Josh Allen stays healthy, he's going to be a top 3 to 5 NFL quarterback. Dude's ready to ball. He deserves the cover. I think Joe Burrow probably deserved it a little bit more, but he's going to be just fine. And in fact, the last few covers, we had Brady and Patrick Mahomes. We had John Madden, right? You know, we had Lamar. I feel like this curse is still working on fucking over Antonio Brown from back in 2019 because that dude just cannot get right. I digress. He's going to be just fine, just like me when I get this point.
Your Majesty seems kind of cocky.
Point, Chris.
Damn, knock me down a peg or 6.
Right is right. I'm sorry. There's just nothing you can do about it. And when you're
Look.
right, like I usually am, I'm right.
Look, I need to take a step outside for a minute. I need to calm my nerves. I need to regroup. I need to come back down so I can come out swinging in this next couple of rounds. So while I go step out for a second, gingerbread.
Underdog Fantasy is here to save your post-fantasy football season blues. The easiest place to play and win with the Underdog Fantasy app. Get up to 20 times your money in a single night with our Pick'em contests. Grab some insurance when setting your picks and win even when one pick fails. Go online now and use the promo code Throwdown to double your deposit up to $100. Sit gingerbread, good girl.
That's my dog. Love me some gingerbread. Dog.
Look, Underdog. I mean, this is a no-brainer. We say this every week. It's a free $100. It's a free $100. You would do a lot of crazy stuff for free $100. Now we're just asking you to play fantasy sports and type in a word, Throwdown.
And go dominate. Go do what you do best.
Go kill it with a free $100. If you don't kill it, so what? It wasn't your $100 anyway. What do you care? But you're gonna kill it. You're gonna make twice as much money. Underdog Throwdown.
We cannot guarantee that, by the way. And if you have a gambling problem, go visit that number. Anyway, Queenie, baby, what's next?
The Phoenix Suns have decided to release Chris Paul, likely what your parents did to you both as children. You somehow ended up here. Where is Paul most likely to go next?
That was a tough one. That dug up a bunch of stuff from my
memories.
Past. And made me feel some kind of way. Thanks, Queenie. Anyway, listen. The story's like writing itself, okay? The Kyrie thing, the Kyrie to Los Angeles Lakers, it was never going to happen. The money's not there. Dallas don't want to let him go. They could offer him more. Kyrie wants to get paid. As much as he loves LeBron and wants to play with Bron, it never was going to happen. But this right here, this is a gift from the NBA heavens upon King James, because Chris Paul is finally going to trot his happy ass over to Los Angeles. He's going to play with his best friend LeBron. He's finally going to get to be a Los Angeles Lakers after what, like 12, 13 years of waiting, when it got snatched from him before, thank God, right? But the time is now, and listen, Chris Paul is not as good as he used to be. He's not. But man, at any given point in time, Chris Paul can dial it up to that level, just like LeBron James can, right? LeBron, he's not the player he was in his prime. He's not. He's not declining. He just don't have as much to give, right? And I feel kind of the same way about Chris Paul. He is a little bit injury prone, so he'll fit right in with the Lakers and LeBron and street clothes Anthony Davis. But to me, it's simple. Chris Paul, he's not necessarily going to be looking for another payday. He's already going to be getting paid $15 million by the Suns. He's made plenty of money. He wants that ring. He wants that title. And listen, most title contenders don't have a glaring hole at point guard. The Los Angeles Lakers do. It's already a done deal.
You know what? Normally I fight for these points, but since I'm like feeling so good, I'm up 2-0. I can sit back a little bit. It's hard to argue that point. You know, this is a perfect time for him to go join the geriatric squad over there in LA. He's definitely in that group, you know, hasn't stayed healthy all season like any of those guys. Still going to be in the Hall of Fame, deservedly so. Deserves a shot, and that's probably where he's going to go, is to a team that is going to have a shot, because the reason that Phoenix got rid of him is they don't think he's worth $30 million, either as anybody else. From his point of view, he's still getting $15 million of that guaranteed. Even if they stretch it out over 5 seasons, he's still going to get that $15 million. So as long as he can get the other $15 million, you know, for another year or two, make another run at it, he's going to be happy. With that said, I do think LA makes a lot of sense, but I think Boston could make a lot of sense. I think Milwaukee, if they could find the money, and that's really the problem for them. The Knicks could probably make this happen. The Mavs, your team, Dallas Mavericks, I'm sure you'd be more than happy to have an aging Chris Paul have that kind of talent and knowledge.
I'll take him on a minimum. Shit,
I'll
yeah.
bet you would. And you know what? Dark horse team, what about Miami? Miami could definitely use that kind of general to help Butler out and stuff like that. A lot of places to go. LA is a nice spot, but I don't think it's the only spot. Miss Queenie, tell me yet again about my dominance.
Point, Jordan.
And that's all you needed to know about your dominance, Chris Fox. That's all you needed to know. Don't call it a comeback.
I've been here for years, brother.
Yeah. Damn right.
You two have been bickering for weeks about the NBA Finals like old women do over the best laxative to use. How I do wish I could just flush you two pieces of crap so easy. With Denver currently up 2-1. Jordan, pucker up and tell me how great it will be to see Jimmy Butler lead the comeback for the Heat's title win.
Ain't that the truth? Pucker it on up, Jordan. You know what? I'm going to make you go second on this one. I'm just going to butt right in and take over because we already know where this point's going to go. Every week, she's absolutely right. We've spent weeks bickering about this goddamn championship. And to our credit, here we are with Denver and Miami. Although I was riding the Celtics train, I will acknowledge
and
that.
I'm still riding the LeBron train. Let's be real.
Let's be real. But these were kind of the expected people to be here, the teams that honestly are supposed to be here. Miami deserved this shot. They earned it throughout this series. They earned it with their wins. They've been playing as a team, and that's what's been getting it done. But that is also what's going to get Denver the championship. Jokic has dominated Denver and dominated the sport for so long, and he's been amazing, and no one has denied it. He's got his MVPs. But look, this championship, you had two people last night with a triple-double. You had Jokic and Murray. Murray is balling out these last few games. This series especially, the stat was out there. Jokic, over 40 points, 0-3. But as long as he flirts in that 30 range and everybody else is stepping up, and that's exactly what they're doing, they are going to keep winning these games. They've been winning them. They're going to keep winning them. This is going to be a team championship, and Miami has a fantastic team, and they're not going to make it easy, but Denver coming together as a team is going to be too much for Miami to handle. Denver's still going to walk away with this one.
Are you done?
I'm done. There's nothing.
You done? Okay, let's talk about it, right? Listen, we all know it. Nikola Jokic, best player on the planet. We know that, right? Ain't nothing new here. We know. I've been telling y'all since last round. Who did I say should have won the conference MVPs in the West? I didn't say Jokic. I said Murray. Dog, right? Murray is crushing it. But that secret ingredient still lies on Miami. He is him, and him is he. And his name is Jimmy Butler, and he is the prince that was promised to us all to come in and take this lowly little 8-seed Miami Heat, America's team, all the damn way to the title. He beat the number 1 seeded Milwaukee Bucks. He beat the defending Eastern Conference champions, the Boston Celtics. He beat the Knicks, but we all knew that was going to happen because the Knicks are sorry as hell. He's going to beat the Denver Nuggets. It's going to happen. He's going to lock up Jamal Murray in this next game. In game 5, he's already shown that they can win in Denver. They're going to get ahead 3-2, and then that is a wrap, just like our fight right now. Queenie.
Almost nothing you said just now made any sense as far as the championships, but we know how this is going to go.
Point, Jordan.
It's just kiss assery all day long. I love Jimmy Butler, and he's freaking killed it.
He's him.
Himmy's been amazing, and what this Heat team has done is fantastic. I just don't see it. But you and the Queen, you go ahead. You go right ahead.
The Queen and I, sir.
Yeah. Well, this isn't an English show. Well, shit. I guess it is. Go ahead.
It appears that the Minnesota Vikings will part ways with 4-time, 1,100-yard rusher Dalvin Cook. While I am quite certain even Vikings would be repulsed by the smell of you two, what I am unsure of is if Alexander Mattison can sufficiently fill the void created by Cook's release.
Like now, she's been kind of rough on us this show. Like even with your Kisassery, she's kind of digging it in a little bit.
Beautiful. I love it. Champions can take that, and here is my knockout blow. Can Alexander Madison hit the hole alone? Well, he sure as hell could do it with his buddies. Why can't he hit it alone? Are you kidding me? Madison is that dude. He's been that dude. He's been dying for this chance. We have a very small sample size of Alexander Madison completely without Dalvin Cook. We've seen that he's had some standalone value from, in certain weeks with Dalvin Cook, but without Dalvin Cook, he has averaged 115 yards per game, almost a touchdown per game, and tacked on an additional 4 catches a game. Look, that's 20 fantasy points all damn day. Alexander Madison, he is ready to eat. If you take that small sample size and you extrapolate it over a 17-game NFL season, this man would have almost 2,000 total yards and 14 touchdowns. Probably not going to happen. I'm not crazy. I'm not getting ahead of myself, right? But can he get 1,208 touchdowns? You damn right he can. And that is a league-winning type of running back. They'll be just fine with Alexander Madison.
Hey, he might be able to. Friggin' Cook did 4 seasons in a row for 1,100 yards, like Queenie said. But the name of this game in the NFL is backups. Look, we all love Madison from a fantasy perspective. There's not a fantasy manager out there that doesn't know the value and have love for Alexander Madison. He's the handcuff you grab every time, even if it's not a handcuff. He's that he's that RB2 that everybody tries to grab and gets drafted every year because we know the value. But the thing is, he's an RB2. Who's got his back? Chandler, McBride. At best, they're all a bunch of Madisons, and maybe they can string together a decent season. But look, what Minnesota really needs to do, and maybe they ever got plans to do, is go out and grab a free agent. Hey, there's a guy named Ezekiel Elliott out there, and I'm not saying Zeke's like, the prime guy, but new team with that kind of line to where Cook can have that kind of success, Madison can have that kind of success, maybe Zeke can be a contributor. Go out there and get that guy. I mean, there's a reason that, Miami cornered the market on running backs and have so many. They're even in the running to get Cook. If their name comes up, let's look at teams like San Francisco, where you lose your primary and you lose your backup. You got to have quality backups. Minnesota doesn't have it. They want Madison to be the bell cow, even though he's never done it. That's fine. Go ahead and do that, and don't make the playoffs. Or go ahead and get yourself some more talent. Fill that room up a little bit, because Madison's not going to be able to do this on his own. What do you think?
I want my point. I got this in the bag. It's over.
There's no way.
Done.
You said Madison's going to do this by himself.
Now, Alexander Madison is ready to dominate, son, just like I just did. Queenie, where you at?
2,000 yards.
Picking a winner each week is like having to decide if I'd rather be burned alive or root for the Cowboys. But since I have to pick one of you, Chris's sapphire eyes help drown out the sound of his irritating voice. Chris is this week's Throwdown champion. Jordan, come wash your lip marks off my ass.
Woo! That's right. Hit that horn, baby. Let's see who's going away with it.
Winner, Chris.
Yeah, baby, that 2-0 start. I got a little worried on that 3rd point because I knew you were getting that 4th point as soon as she brought up the NBA championships. But I wasn't really that worried because I knew I had this one. Thanks for playing, JT. I love you, man.
Loser, Dharma asked Chris.
Thank these. They call me dumbass. Black guy,
You got knocked the fuck out.
Hey, can I hit them horns again? Can I hit them horns? Come on, Queenie. Let me hit them horns again. Oh, yeah. I need the horns because I've got the final point for this one. And I'm going to go over to Miami since I kind of brought them up, but a different sport. I'm going with Lionel Messi. Look, Lionel Messi coming to the States, going to go play for last place Miami in the MLS. Not the first time a superstar has come here, but man, once again, are people going to make some money off this one? Lionel Messi, first of all, could have made $500 million in Saudi. Decided he wasn't going to do that. Decided not to wait on Barcelona, who he had nothing but love for. Decided to come to the States and signs on with last place Miami. Now, respectfully, Miami's in last place by 6 points. They're only missing the playoffs by 6 points. And once Messi gets here, he brings something to the game. Now, look, Messi's older. He's not as fast as he was. He's not as good as he was. And he acknowledges that when he plays, he's basically walking up and down the field. He doesn't have the stamina anymore, but he's still Lionel Messi. He's still arguably one of the best players to ever play the game. His name will live in soccer infamy along with Pele, along with Ronaldo. Messi will be there. 43 trophies and medals for team and country. He's now got his World Cup win. Look, nobody doubts the greatness of this guy. Just having him on the field is going to benefit Miami. Miami's Twitter account now has more followers than any team in any sport, NHL, MLB, NBA, NFL. And he's not even here yet. It's going to do amazing things for American soccer, for MLS. It's going to help Miami out, having him there once he gets here. And look, don't worry about Lionel Messi. He's getting Adidas money. He's going to be getting Apple money. He's going to be getting MLS money. Lionel's going to be all right in the money department. There's a reason he can give up 500 million Saudi dollars. Americans win, soccer wins, world MLS wins, international sports wins, more players come here. It's just win all around. It's a big money grab, but it's going to work and it's going to make soccer better. Thank you, everybody, for coming out, joining us. Make sure you guys come back. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button because you don't want to miss the show. Ours or anything on Fantasy Sports Corporation. Look, we are working our asses off for you. We've got in the 20s on shows now. We're cranking them out just for you. I know you guys want to catch them. And hey, to say thank you, head over to Underdog. Use the term Throwdown. Just type that little promo code in there. A free $100. We will match your deposit up to $100 just for using the word Throwdown, just to say thank you for coming out. We appreciate you guys coming out each and every week, even if it's not for our show. On behalf of Fantasy Sports Corporation, on behalf of Underdog, thank you so much. Join us next week, same time, right here. Another championship coming right here at my buddy JT's expense. But gosh, he tries so hard. We love you guys. We'll see you guys next time. Everybody be safe.